We just got some news surrounding the TALLTALE beta, including a definitive proof that it is in fact a real game, all of which I will share with you in this video. So, recently, a new TALLTALE blog post dropped, and this one was in the format of an FAQ, and we're going to go through it together now. Firstly, and most importantly, when will TALLTALE be released? In the developer's words, an official release date hasn't been finalized yet, but we're aiming to launch an early version of the game within the next few months. At launch, it will include minigames and a creative mode, while we continue developing the adventure mode, which requires significant time. We plan to regularly update the early version with new content and improvements. We understand this approach might not suit everyone, but we hope your interest in the project remains strong. Our team is small, and we're doing our best to create a high-quality product, even if we can't implement everything at once. Okay folks, this is some very exciting news. Apparently, in just a few months, the early version of the game will be available, and with some minigames too. I really like the approach of doing the adventure mode later, as we will get a chance to try out the core mechanics of the game through the minigames and maybe even test worlds, as opposed to Hytale, with their adventure mode delaying them for years, among other things. Additionally, it was revealed that the early access supports Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. Languages that will be available from the start are English and Russian, and the beta will be free. I'm really glad that this is the case, as the game not being locked behind a paywall will allow more players to try it and cultivate a wider audience, which is at the moment what the game desperately needs. Now we are moving on to some more technical questions. I will read it out for those interested. Will there be support for custom servers and modifications? Absolutely, we're actively working on support for custom servers and modifications. We're also developing tools for content creators to help you bring your ideas to life. Some of these tools are already used in our internal development, but we have more work to do to make them user-friendly and functional before their release. How can content creators customize gameplay if the client doesn't support modifications? When a client connects to a community server with custom content or a game, a handshake process occurs. During this process, the client automatically downloads all necessary files: data, sounds, models, animations, and other resources. This allows content creators to flexibly customize gameplay without needing to modify the client. What is the game written in and which language will be used? TALLTALE Online is developed in Java using our proprietary engine. We chose Java to ensure a high performance and flexibility in development, allowing us to quickly implement new features and optimize gameplay. It is great to hear that TALLTALE will support such a high level of customization from such an early stage, and this will allow players to make content while the devs work on finishing the game and the adventure mode specifically. And now I can finally show you some definitive proof that the game is real. To all the remaining doubters, listen to this. As I said in a previous video, I have been making some models for TALLTALE, and the devs have actually shown me pictures of them in-game. However, I wasn't sure if I could show those images publicly yet. But with this blog post, I can show you that those purple flowers and the red mushrooms you can see in the background are actually my models, and I can show you images of the models in file form in Blockbench from my computer. And that is basically everything. I'm extremely excited about the news, and I can't wait for the beta. But if you have any thoughts, be sure to share them in the comments, and remember to like and subscribe and whatnot. But for now, that's all folks. Goodbye.